Hi everyone, it's Rachel from Sweet and Simple Home. Merry Christmas and welcome to my channel. We are just a few days away from Christmas at this point, and today I wanted to share with you some sort of final touches I'm putting on my decor around the house. When I first shared my decor tour with you, it was back in November, and as the months gone on, I've done a few things here and there and just want to share that with you. And I also want to use this beautiful fun tray that I picked up at Goodwill. I shared a December Goodwill haul recently, and I want to make this into a little cocoa station for my kids to enjoy when they get home from school today. I've already really enjoyed using this. I think too, when we decorate cookies, I will use this to contain all the sprinkles with that same sort of idea. So this was such a fun find. If you didn't see that Goodwill haul, I'll be sure to link it. So hopefully this can be a restful moment for you to just hang out with me and sort of take a few seconds to put your feet up, take a few deep breaths. But anyway, let's get to showing you some of my decor, and then I will start on the cocoa station. So one of my favorite changes I made was to the coffee table. I had a blue vase, which I still love, holding these same evergreen and berry picks. But then a sweet friend for my birthday got me a bouquet of flowers with this Pride and Prejudice book-shaped vase as the holder for the flowers. And I had those up until after Thanksgiving, and then when the flowers I could no longer keep alive, I put the book vase here, and I absolutely love it. Isn't it gorgeous? It's like gold and green and beautiful, and I will definitely keep this out year round. But just how pretty does it look at Christmas with my red tray and the books and everything. So I love that here on the coffee table. I also have a new addition. I actually just added this the other day, The Bird's Christmas Carol. And I'm going to show this in a video probably after Christmas. I'm going to share some of my favorite books that I read this year, and then a few new additions to my collection. Oh, and then I also added this candle. One of my students' parents made this for me. It's a beeswax candle, so I've been lighting that and sitting and reading here on the couch and just enjoying that. It's so sweet and very colorful, and I love it. I bought these Joy to the World just blank wood ornaments a couple years ago, and I never did anything with them. They just stayed in the box for a long time, and I finally just took them out the other day. Got some of the craft paints out that I had on hand and painted them. And to this one, I added some rub and buff to give it like a gold old world look. And I like how that turned out, but it didn't quite do what I wanted it to. So on the other ones, I added white paint and glitter to make it look like it had snow on it. So I did the one with rub and buff, and then two like this, and added them to my tree. Over my dining table, I have this trio of artwork, and I showed you guys how I made the snowflake banner and then layered the red bow banner. Then I still was just like, oh, I just want layers and layers of garlands. One night when we were watching a Christmas movie, I just cut out some old this is actually from a vintage magazine that I had that was falling apart. So I literally just cut it into strips, just a few pages, and I was able to make a nice little garland to add a layer to my layered garland. I featured this pillow in a short when I found it because I just loved it and I wanted to tell you guys about it as soon as I got it. But I found this at Walmart, and it was like $14.98 or something like that. And I thought it was so perfect for my house because it has this cute scallop that I love, and then the red velvet bow, and I have those red velvet bows this year, and then, you know, the cute Christmas tree, but then these blue bows, which tied in so well to my blue chair. So I was like, this needs to be in my house. So I brought this home and put it here on this chair, and I just love it. It's so cute and inviting. I have my Christmas card thing here, and I've been adding cards to it. I found this at Goodwill, and I used it to take Christmas gifts to my students already. But I brought it home and thought it would be a nice place to kind of collect Christmas cards, either while I wait to reply to them or wait to add them to my Christmas card holder. And look at this one that I just got from a sweet friend. Isn't that beautiful? But I got this beautiful plant from my boss as a Christmas present. I'm not actually sure what it is, but it's so cute, isn't it? It's got these little red flowers. And it came in one of these sort of typical Christmas containers, which is fine. But I think I want to find something to put it in and hold it that kind of matches my decor. So I'm gonna play around with that with you guys. These were gifted to me, and I saw this fun idea on Pinterest, and I think a lot of you have probably seen it, to like stack books so they look like a Christmas tree and put a star on top. I think I want to try that and see if I can have enough green books to do that now that I have these two big ones as well. So I want to try that today as well. Okay, I came up with a couple different options. I have this cute vintage tin, and then I have this blue and white picture, and I thought either way it was cute. Hold on, let me switch it and you can let me know what you think in the comments. So this one, it definitely doesn't fit down all the way, but I think that still works okay. I think it fits better in this, but let me know which one you would pick. Would you do the picture or the tin? And I'll put it right here. So the time of day, I think, really affects how flashy our frame TV looks on the camera, but yeah, that's where it's gonna be. Okay, so I've been fussing with this for a bit and keep forgetting to turn on the camera. So the idea that I saw had you use a cake plate, like the base, and then you had descending books. And this is the best I could do with what I have on hand. But then I was trying to figure out, how do I make this star stand up on here? And then I had this little tiny jar, and I thought, would that work if I like did that? And then sort of like did some sort of drape with the ribbon. I think it might just work. Can you guys see? There's the bottom. I wish I had one that was just a little bit smaller than that. Then I think it would be perfect. Okay, so it's not smaller, but I forgot I had this cute little Grandma's Relics book that I could put there on top. It makes it a little bit higher. I don't know, you guys, you get to see the creative process. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can find a ribbon to kind of swag back and forth. Okay, so I tried swagging. I have this vintage 1940s red and white ribbon. I tried kind of swagging it, but it didn't drape very well. And I got out this baker's twine thinking that might work, but I'm not liking the way that looks either. So I think I'm just gonna leave it with this tied around. All right, finished product. Does it say Christmas tree, or does it just say weird stack of books? When you look at it from here and you can see the cake plate on the bottom, I think it works. Cake plate, Christmas tree with books. So here is my kitchen, just to sort of orient you to my space. I want to create the station on the island that we have. I only have one plug-in, and it's on this side, and the sink is on that side, which makes it kind of tight. So I feel like it'll fit better on the other side. And on the other side, we also have a coffee maker that can also heat up milk. So I think that if I put the station across from this, that will work well. The kids can heat up their milk and then add the, cocoa elements to it. This is also where I keep our little mat that I made with the names of our family members so that we don't mix up whose water glass is whose. I think if I just scoot this to the countertop, that'll still work. So time to move the mat and the water glasses, and I will start assembling our cocoa station. So what am I going to put in there? I have some crushed up candy cane, and I have to get corn syrup free candy canes, so I'll show you those in a bit. I found this really cute little shaker at Walmart. It was like around $1, and I thought that would work great for cinnamon. I get my cinnamon from Costco in this huge thing, so I'd like to put it in that cute little container. When I went to the store, they were all out of the little marshmallows. I think a lot of people have had the same idea to make little cocoa bars. So anyway, the big ones will do. And these have a lot of corn syrup, so I'll show you my corn syrup free ones, but also just have some just basic chocolate chips as well. So I'm going to put this all together. First and foremost, I'm making my homemade cocoa mix. A lot of store-bought brands have corn syrup solids within the mix, so do not feel pressured to make your own if you do not have issues with corn syrup like our family does. My youngest is allergic to corn. But what's so great is this recipe only takes a couple ingredients that I think a lot of people already have in their pantry. I'm using cacao, but you can use cocoa powder. It's just what I happen to have. And you do a couple cups of sugar. You can also use powdered sugar, but I'm just using the granulated. I feel like it works a little bit better. And I have to get special powdered sugar for Clive that doesn't have cornstarch in it. So this just works better to use the traditional sugar. But I use about a cup and a third of a cup combined of the cacao. If you're using traditional cocoa powder, go ahead and do the cup and a half. I do a little bit less than that with a cup and a third because the cacao is a lot more bitter and a lot stronger. So this just seems to be the right combo. And then I just use probably about a teaspoon really of kosher salt. And you can see I'm not even measuring. Just that little hit of salt to make the sugar really do its thing. Whisk that together and you have cocoa mix. Now, if you wanted to make this one that you could use with hot water, you would need to add some dry milk. I am not going to do that because we're just going to heat up actual milk. So there you go. So the cocoa powder was looking a little less festive. I wish I had a red lid, so to make it look a little bit more festive, I added some baker's twine. I have these really cute Royal Dalton little bowls that I thrifted a few years ago. They go really well with the tray, so I'm going to use these for marshmallows. And I have 2 of these bowls, which works perfect, so I'll do one for the traditional marshmallows and then one for the kind that are safe for my corn allergy kid. These are the marshmallows that my youngest can have. They don't have any corn product. And these are the candy canes that we get that are safe for him. It's the Yum Earth brand. What's nice about the Yum Earth brand is it also doesn't have any dye. So if that's something you're trying to avoid, it's a good option. So I'm going to take the thrifted spoons. You guys remember I had to go thrift some spoons and put them on here for mixing. Here it is all together. I put some white cups that we had for hot beverages after an event. We had quite a bit left over. I thought that would work great. And I've got an extra little jar to hold the used spoons, a few whole candy canes, sort of just for decoration really, and the marshmallows, a little bowl of chocolate chips, the little cinnamon jar, and then those are the little peppermint sprinkles that I made. So I think this will make a really nice little setup for my kids. And of course you could also do whipped cream. I would have to make whipped cream from scratch for it to work for my youngest. So I chose to just do the marshmallows. I love how Santa is still showing. I made sure to keep Santa visible. And just to be practical, I also grabbed a Sharpie so my kids could write their name on their cups. So there we go. It's all ready for them to come home from school and enjoy. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing some of my additional home decor touches and that fun cocoa station. I will be sure to link below to my full home decor tour if you'd like to watch that next. But just want to wish you all just a very Merry Christmas. Thank you for joining me here on this channel for the Christmas season. I do have one more video coming to you before the end of the year, so I will see you then. But until then, have a very Merry Christmas. Bye everyone.